What's crack-a-lacking? What's cracking? What is crack-a-lacking? When last time you heard that saying? What's crack-a-lacking? Playing the song of the week. GemOKC86.com. What's up, everybody? This is LJ Johnson. We started a new show tonight called The Peake. If you see it right there on the bottom, that is going to be talking about that is pertaining to the Oklahoma City Thunder. We're going to be talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder. I normally talk about it on my show, but I wanted to start something new and fresh for the station, give it its on show. And so we're going to continue to bring Zach Lowe on to the show, and so we're going to bring him on in just a second. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn this song back up. This is our song of the week, "The Goat" from Brandon R. Music. So I'll be right back. All right, we got the man here. Zach, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Okay, what's going on, man?
Oh, just big chilling on a Monday night, trying to stay warm. It's cold outside.
Yeah, it is cold outside. My wife, she had the good old air conditioner on, and
Oh,
I
all
was,
right.
we can't do that here. We need to get right.
Right,
Turn that
right,
air conditioner back on. I mean off. Turn it off.
right, right.
She's from Chicago, so
Wow, so
she
this is
wants to
summer
feel at
weather.
home. Yeah, she wants to feel at home. I like that Christmas tree, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks. We
Yeah,
got
looks
everything up and decorated. Spent a few hours on the outside of the house. Everything got
yeah.
it done on Friday, so
I don't
we're
know
all
if you've
set, ready to
seen.
go.
I'm gonna pull up. I don't know if you've seen ours or not on Facebook, but let me see if you see that.
Very nice.
Yeah. So we got the Minnie Mouse in there, and
I see. I
and
see.
Grace, she brought the Mickey Mouse ears up to me like, yeah, man, nah. So, all right, whatever. I'll put it up.
Right,
I'll put it up this time. Okay,
right. You
this
get
time
one, and
only.
that's it.
Right. But anyway, like I was
Mm.
saying, before you got on here, we started a new show. We've been talking about Oklahoma City Thunder basketball on the LJ show, on my show, but I want to give its own episode, its own show. So we call it The Peake.
All
And
right.
I have to go and I hope I'm not getting sued or nothing. I don't think anything else is called The Peake, but I
No,
just
I
call
think
it Peake because Chesapeake
I'm
Energy
pretty sure
Arena.
that's
I was trying to
a
figure out something to call it. I couldn't
that's
call
a
it Loud
social
City.
media thing,
I'm not pretty sure that's taken somewhere. But
right?
this is called The Peake, and we're going to talk Oklahoma City Thunder basketball with the let's see, the expert here, Zach Lowe,
I don't know about
from the
that.
Thunder guys in Heartland Sports. He does a great job over there, and so we always have a lot of listeners when we talk Oklahoma City Thunderbird. Thunderbird. I'm in the Army National Guard, so I got Thunderbird on my mind. But we always have a lot of listeners and also a lot of haters. That especially when
All right.
Billy Donovan was the coach. But a lot of great interaction with fans and stuff. So we're gonna start this new episode 1. This is episode 1, and we're going to get into some Oklahoma City Thunder basketball with Zach Lowe. So, Zach, what's new, man?
Well, I don't know if you want to call this breaking news or not, but it's actually
Can you hear me?
concerning. Yeah, I'm not
No, I
muted,
can't
am I?
hear you for some reason. Hold on, mute it and go back.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Hold on.
See, check.
Hold on. Hey, man, can I hear you?
Can you hear me? Check.
Yeah. So
All right.
that was my fault. I turned down the second input
Okay.
volume. So
Just trying to turn me off.
User error.
My wife wants that option. Just turn me down.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know if this is breaking news or not, but just a little bit of an update on social media account. Craig, my partner in crime with the Thunder guys, is actually taking a step back from the Thunder guys, and so the social media account, the Thunder guys, will be no more. It's going to make a change. The Thunder guys will forever be a thing, though.
Yeah.
We may not be doing the same stuff we used to, but we've always got the Thunder guys. So I'm actually going to be changing the Thunder guys tag to a personal focus, and it's going to be at Zachary Lowe NBA. I haven't actually changed it yet, so this is you're the first one to hear about it.
Okay.
Outside of Craig and I having some discussions, this has been a change that's been kind of a long, not a crazy long time coming, but we've been slow playing the transition as the weird season has been taking place, and so anyways, we're preseason is on the horizon, so I'm going to make it official now that I've put it out there for the social media sphere to hear it.
Social media sphere.
I gotta go change it now after the show, man. I gotta go make it official. So I will still be. I've been the primary one active on Twitter, on the Twitter account, for a while now. So don't worry, the hot takes are still gonna fly. It'll just be more. My name will be more on it than me and Craig. So now he can, I can't push any blame on him. It's all me.
Right.
That's the big news, I guess you could say, concerning me. But yeah, so we've got preseason
that's awesome,
coming
man.
up.
You'll still have people coming at you and liking it, and I'm going to retweet everything.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that's awesome. But bye Thunder guys. But it's all right. It's all right, man. As long as we still got Zach.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So are we at a standstill with the roster yet? Are we still moving playing musical chairs, or what's going on? Can I finally put in NBA 2K and play it?
I mean, you can, but I'm just curious who they're going to pick, because I believe I saw a number today. I'm pretty sure we've got 19 contracts, and I mean, you're only allowed 15 plus one two-way contract to make sense. Right. And that 19 is without two-way contracts, and I believe we've got one or two guys already in that slot. So I'm not really sure what is going to happen. Presti did meet with media today, which I'm not officially credentialed yet. I say yet because I'm speaking that into existence. It's going to happen. I've been waiting to apply, but the new application season hasn't opened, and I don't know if they're doing something different because of the altered season this year with COVID and everything. So I'm just kind of in the waiting, I guess you could say. But I did catch some bits of the press conference he did. I guess it was more like a Q&A with media members of what he had to say. And one of the things he mentioned was being in touch with Andre Robertson's people, how the decision hasn't been made yet because there's so many. I mean, our roster's full. It's more than full. So a lot of people wondered, is Andre going to come back? Well, he's a free agent. I do not anticipate that he will return with the Thunder, which is unfortunate in some aspects. I believe in the guy. I believe in his comeback attempt. And I really do hope he does land a spot somewhere on some roster. I do not think it'll be in the Thunder jersey, if I'm being completely honest. And the fact of the matter is he's just kind of his time here has probably expired. And the fact of the matter is, our roster is. I would not put your disc back in. I mean, unless you're just dying to play for a few days and you got a good internet connection, so you can update those rosters real fast. Then I think you'd be fine for at least a couple weeks. Preseason starts in 2 weeks from. I believe it's 2 weeks from
December 11th. I think.
Is it the 11th?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot they did come out with the schedule. So I believe our first game is at San Antonio against the Spurs, which could be kind of an interesting matchup just because they're not supposed to be very good either. So let me see if I can find. That is fair. Popovich is no coach to sleep on. So our first game is actually on Saturday the 12th. At 6:00 Eastern, we play in San Antonio. That's that preseason game, and then we play
Thunder basketball this weekend. That's crazy.
So that's still how many days is that? Like 12? Yeah, that's less than 2 weeks away. So it's coming up quick.
It's next weekend.
Yeah. Next weekend, and then we play Wednesday the 16th. We host the Bulls in what has been now announced as will be a completely empty arena. I don't know if you saw that news update today.
Well, Chicago, they mayors come out since day one. We shutting down. We're not doing nothing extracurricular, and just so I can see that.
Well, I guess the Thunder organization, they put out the press release today that the Peake will be empty. At least to start the season, I believe is what it said.
Right.
It says to begin the season without fans. So I mean, we can pray. Obviously, I mean, we should be praying. I've been praying for some positive movement in the right direction in terms of the COVID cases and everything going on. And man, I'm just I'm doing everything I can to be responsible and encouraging.
Are you going to take the vaccine? I know this wasn't. I didn't tell you I was going to ask you this. I know this is catching me off guard. I'll tell you a true story. I was just at Crest getting some food and stuff, and I thought about it as I was shopping. I said, I'm going to ask him this because I just want to know if what would happen if the vaccine came out and they said, okay, Mr. Zach, just volunteer, but you can go take the vaccine if you want to. It's free of charge. Would you go take it?
Well, let me throw in a little caveat here before I give you my complete answer, because it's one of those yes and no type of situations.
Exactly.
Immediately, am I going to run out and get it? Absolutely not. I'll be up front. I don't do the flu shot. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I take my kids. They get their shots. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but if you don't, I do believe it's irresponsible. Obviously, if you want to make that choice and you're not violating the actual law, then by all means, I guess you got to do you. But I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all. I do believe in being responsible, do your due diligence. Just because it exists doesn't mean you should go get it. I do not think it's going to be the complete solution. I do think it's part of the solution. And I saw that the first shipment of the vaccine should be here in Oklahoma in just 2 weeks. I just read that about an hour ago. So, I mean, it's coming soon. And I think that's great news. I'm not worried about, anybody getting it and growing a tail or a third arm or anything like that. I don't think there's going to be anything crazy going on like that. But I do believe you need to be responsible. And just because I'm cautious, just because it's being pumped out so quickly, and I don't necessarily think that it's absolutely a bad thing. I do think there should be some caution exercised. I don't personally get a flu shot just because I've got a pretty strong immune system, so I don't worry too much about me getting it. I don't worry too much about me getting it and spreading it. I've not had. I think I may have had the flu back in late February. Honestly, I thought it was maybe COVID after months after the fact. Looking back, I thought maybe I had it. I've had a COVID test since. I did the antibody test and I didn't have any present, so they don't believe that I've had it at all. So it might have been strep. It could have been something. Who knows? But when it comes down to it, I'm kind of hesitant, I guess, with any type of vaccine. And for me as an adult, just because I do believe in. Listen, I grew up and we barely ever went to the doctor, and part of that was because we didn't get sick very often. Part of that was because we couldn't afford it. We didn't have health insurance when I was a kid, and that was just the way of life. So whenever I get sick, I take some NyQuil. I go to bed. I drink plenty of water. I get rest. Like whenever I'm when I'm sick, just go to sleep. That's kind of my thing. I need rest. Give me a day. So if I'm real sick, I need 2. And then I swing back pretty quickly.
By NyQuil, he means Jack Daniels, everybody. No, I'm just playing. But
yeah,
I'm not taking it. I'm with you. I don't want to. It's coming out too fast, in my opinion.
That's kind of how I feel.
And I've watched some doctors talk about it, some scientists, and they said the same thing. It's a little bit too fast, and it's now. I don't want to repeat what all they said because there's some doctors people agree with, there's some doctors people don't agree with, but it's coming out too fast, and it's one of those things. I kind of want to see somebody else get it. A lot of people get it, and then see what the reaction that they have from it. See if they have any side effects or anything like that. And then I want to see a big pool of people. What do you call it when they do when
a study or something like that?
Yeah, I want to see I heard that they're doing some studies now.
Yeah, they have to, I'm sure, before they release it.
Yeah, but I want to see, and I'm pretty sure the military will get it first. Be one of the first lines of defense. No pun intended.
Let me tell you, one of my greatest fears right now is I don't want to get it. I don't want to get Corona at all, but especially anytime in the next month. And I don't want to get the vaccine and then have any of the side effects, because if I can't taste food around Christmas time, I'm gonna give up on 2020 altogether. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Thankfully, I had Thanksgiving. I feel sorry for all the people that have lost their taste and they didn't get to enjoy. If I don't get to enjoy my Mimi's pumpkin pie, then what is life? You know what I mean? I start questioning my existence, and I don't even know what to do with myself. So I still got a whole one in the fridge that's just waiting to be enjoyed. And like I said, if I lose my taste and my smell and I can't enjoy, Christmas
that is the main thing that I don't want.
Kind of stuff.
That's the main thing I'm afraid of the virus. I'm not afraid of getting the chills and being dehydrated and all that stuff. I'm afraid of losing my smell and taste. Because certain things I just have to have. Coffee, whipped creamer. Yes. I just have to have certain things. So I don't want to lose.
Let me just add, I don't mean to make light of the situation at all. I understand it. It's a very real thing. There are people that are dying from it, and I've got close friends that have lost loved ones, and absolutely don't want to make anybody think I'm just making light of it altogether. But me personally, that is definitely where my mind's at. But I'm with you. I'm not going to get it anytime soon. I think it would have to be out for a while, and me to have to do some independent research to the best of my ability. It's hard to do that in today's news flooded world where you've got news from every which direction, and somehow everything is political. So it just it's hard to really come down to the facts. Just the facts, man. Stuff like that. It's hard to get to that.
It's not the facts. To me, it's my facts and the facts that I trust.
And that's unfortunate because depending on who you ask, truth is not absolute. And I don't think, God is truth. The gospel is the truth. So there is an absolute truth. And it exists somewhere, but finding it's not always that easy.
When I was at the University of Oklahoma, there's only one. I'm sorry, I won't do it again, Zach. But I used to get into some arguments with some atheists, and they say, well, there's no such thing as truth, absolute truth. And then I said, well, is that true? Wait a minute. You can't ask that. I said, well, you tell me.
My truth. I can ask whatever I want.
And so I'm asking you, is that true? That statement you just made, is that true? Yeah. And so, anyway, man, we can go all night about that. we two old men, we got to get into bed soon. Explain the playoff situation. Is it a play-in deal?
So I believe the plan is to do similar to basically what they did in the bubble, and for the those 8, 9, 10 seed, it'll be like a seeded play-in game for that 8th spot. It'll be like a mini mini play-in tournament, I guess you could say. And whoever's currently in the 8th spot at the end of the season, they would only have to win 1 game. But if it's the 9 or the 10 or however it is going to work out, they would have to win 2 against the 8th spot in order to bump up to the 8th spot. So I think it's really just to add a little extra flavor to that spot to make it interesting, because we know how it goes typically is that 8th spot plays the 1 seed and they get railroaded, and that's kind of the end of that. So I think they're just trying to make it interesting and give a little bit more incentive. I don't know if playoffs are going to matter in Oklahoma City this coming season. I said the same thing last year, and Chris Paul was obviously the X factor there. We don't have him anymore.
You say that 7-footer, I don't know how to say his name, but he's good. He'll score 30 a game.
Well, here's the thing. It is not in our best interest to win right now.
No, it's not. We need the 2 lottery picks.
If you're thinking long term, and I hate that because I'm not a loser. I refuse to just give in and lose. I don't like losing. I don't care if it's my professional team. I don't care if it's a card game with my kids. I don't care if you're playing Xbox, whatever it is. I don't like to lose. I refuse to lose. I refuse to give up. I don't care what the score is. I've seen too many comebacks. I saw Derek Fisher hit a shot with 0.4 seconds. I saw the Patriots.
I remember that.
I saw the Patriots come back in the Super Bowl.
I just don't want it to be like a 30-point loss every night.
Oh, not
I
at
want
all.
to be competitive.
It will be.
Yeah, I want to be competitive. I want to be like a young team that's out there trying, like when Oklahoma City Hornets were here.
Yeah. Okay. So this last season, the Atlanta Hawks, they had a lot of exciting games.
Yeah.
They were in a lot of games. I believe we're going to be very much in a similar situation like that. Probably not going to win a ton of games. Probably not going to make, be anywhere near sniffing the playoffs. But the Hawks were exciting because they were young and you never knew what they were going to do. Trey could come out and do all kinds of crazy things, and they might put up 150 points, and who knows. And I don't think that's going to be this team, because I believe we will be much more defensively minded, especially if Lou Dort's going to be on the court, which he absolutely will be. But I do think we're going to be excited. Shea is continuing to get better. He's posting all kinds of stuff about being in the lab, as he calls it, just getting better. And so I absolutely believe that he's going to be he's going to be ready to go, and he's going to lead this team into a new direction. So I feel pretty good about where he's at, what he's doing, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the Hawks. I just look at their roster. They're going to make the playoffs.
I absolutely think they will.
They got Gallinari.
Adding him is definitely going to be something.
Bogdanovich, Clint Capella. You got Rondo. I mean, they're going to make the playoffs. So, man. So this is the Peake, guys. This is episode 1. We'll have Zach Lowe on every time. We'll be talking about Oklahoma City Thunder basketball. We got the first preseason game in San Antonio on December the 11th, right?
12th.
Yeah, December 12th. So December 12th, in 2 weeks, you get to spend a good weekend or spend a Saturday night watching Thunder basketball.
Right. You better believe it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, so
it's preseason, so who cares, right? I'm just ready to watch.
This is different. It's different this time. It's different. So we'll all be. Baseball's not here, but no, I think around this time normally we have all 3 sports. I think because baseball stops it.
Yeah, baseball just ended.
Yeah. So
usually basketball's going on sooner. We're a month and a half later than we usually are. So
right. Well, so December 12th, I think OU plays West Virginia. I think those games got kicked back in the Big 12. Mm-hmm. They got kicked back to that day. I think that's the week before the Big 12 championship.
I believe so. I think Oklahoma State plays Baylor.
I think it'll be a rematch, man. And it's going to be some rematch in the Big 12 conference.
It's either going to be OU Iowa State, Oklahoma State Iowa State, or Oklahoma OU. So it's going to be one of those 3.
I think it's going to be Bedlam. I think it's going to be Bedlam, man.
Well, I like where your head's at, but I think you're wrong. I think it's going to be OU Iowa State. We'll see. Yeah. We will see.
I mean, I would like that because I want to get back at Iowa State,
and I would think OU would want that for sure, because it's always.
I think nice Oklahoma State is going to play the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina. I think they're going to get into that New Year's 6 game.
We'll see.
The Chanticleers, or you're gonna play the whatever the 9 Power 5 team gets in.
Right.
I think Oklahoma State will play that team. I think Oklahoma State's still gonna, because Big 12 is gonna have 2 in the New Year's 6. I think, and I think Oklahoma
that would
State
be impressive.
So don't give up on Gundy, okay? Don't give up on him.
I'm not. I mean, I do think it's time for him to move on, but I guess the season's not over. I'm not a fire the coach cat though. I'm not. It needs to be his decision.
Yeah, but all right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna let old man Zach and me get some sleep. So we'll be back next week or whenever me and Zach get on here again for another episode. All right, always talking Oklahoma City Thunder basketball. This is the Peake episode 1. Zach, thanks for coming on. I'll talk to you later. All right, man.
Have a good one, man.
All right, y'all. I will see y'all next time. This is your boy LJ Johnson, owner of Gym OKC 86. This is the Peake episode 1. We're gonna bring Zach Lowe on every time. I will see you guys next time.
I am so great.